Chief Retail Officer at Dollar Tree, Jossie Conrad.
All right, we need some energy here to push these clouds out of here. NASCAR fans, are you ready? Dollar Tree fans, are you ready? Drivers, start your engines.
This is the Dollar Tree 301, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Let's go! Berry defends from the inside. Van Gisbergen looks for that. And the pole man is way out wide and way up high as Reddick leads. Wow, and around goes the race leader. Reddick's lost it off turn 4, the same spot that Carson Hocevar did. And Denny Hamlin does an excellent job to try and bring his car to a stop without colliding with the 45 too hard. Busch is in it as well.
Yeah, it looked like there was slight damage to the left front of the 11. We'll have to see exactly how much. I thought the 45 kind of spun out all on his own. Let's take a look. He gets up very, very high. Kind of gasses it up. Yeah, just breaks traction instantly. I couldn't tell if it was across one of the paving seams.
That's what I was looking at, Steve. I'm really curious. He was way high, and then he turned and he came across the racetrack, and these seams, let's follow it. See the black line below him? It's a really defined black line. Right rear tire gets on that and on that painted line, and I wonder if just for some reason, just not as much grip there. I mean, almost as soon as he got on that right rear seam, the right rear got on that seam, around it came.
And Denny thought he was going to be fine, and then
cars just don't stop as well in the rain as they would in dry conditions.
Here's the view from the 11. Please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop.
We talked about it, the risk versus reward, right? And the question that the driver has to always have, how much grip do I really have?
And the restart zone, and away we go. Let's try and get into some racing rhythm. Challenging conditions. Ty Gibbs is pushing Shane Van Gisbergen on that inside line. Byron is up high. SVG dives for that low line. It worked on the first flying lap.
Rhythm, starting to understand where their car wants to be, but that's going to change. You're going to have to move your car around as it dry starts. Christopher Bell making an aggressive move.
Trying to drive it on deep into turn 3 on the inside of William Byron. Which line's going to be more productive here? Here they come off turn 4. Byron has the greater run, the greater momentum on that high line, and maintains the lead of Shane Van Gisbergen, who is the new race leader.
Race will restart again as now we see, I don't know if Chastain had a little damage right there or just lost momentum. I don't see any damage on the right side.
I thought I saw some smoke or something.
Yeah, that's what I was,
oh yeah, there it is again.
Look at the smoke billowing out of the right front of this one car.
This looks like a mechanical issue, Steve.
Yeah, mechanical issue or some tire. I don't know what's wrong. It doesn't do it on the straightaway. Let's see in the corner if it does it again.
He was running 14.
Oh yeah,
he's dropped to
huge
17.
smoke out of the one.
So he'll be pleased to see this competition portion.
There's the caution.
So it's time to make a switch after starting this race on the wets. Those Goodyear slicks will be applied next. Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone waiting for Shane Van Gisbergen and William Byron. Let's go. Byron's being pushed by Bell. Larson right behind SVG on that higher line. Here comes Hocevar. Dives to the inside of Ty Gibbs and gets 2 positions. He gets Gibbs and the 21 of Josh Berry. Meanwhile, the Hendrick teammates are fighting it out. Larson and Byron door-to-door behind SVG. Defending race winner Ryan Blaney tucked in behind in that bright yellow and blue Ford Mustang for Team Penske.
You can start to see that lighter line in the middle of the racetrack drying up. That's where Hocevar in the 77 attempted to land. We'll see what Gibbs decides to do. Blaney, both of those drivers trying to run through that drier section.
Gibbs, Ryan Blaney is flying. And that is a move that may have, just may, have some implications as far as the chase is concerned. You're looking at the 17th place car in the chase standings past the 16th place car. Preece over Shane Van Gisbergen.
You mentioned Blaney. Everybody talked that he was the best car in practice. I think a lot of that was lost at the beginning of this race with the weather and all the other challenges. Now that we're settled into a more standardized New Hampshire race, this is the car I have my eye on. I thought the 5 looked good, the 20, really all the cars up in the top 5 or 6 looked decent in practice, but the 12 had a little something more than everyone else. But that was yesterday. We'll see if it carries over to today.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank in stage 1.
We saw Ryan Preece make that move to get in 8th place. I talked to Ryan Preece this morning. He was very simple. I said, what kind of car you got? He said, it's going to be good, Jeff. That's all he said.
Oh. Blaney's thinking one spot here coming to the line off the rear bumper of the 54.
Race leader Kyle Larson comes off turn 4. He's never won a stage here. He does right now, and that's his 5th stage win of this season. Racing at home in New England. This is a really special weekend for the driver of the 60. Out of the Echo Park Automotive restart zone, Ryan Preece leads this field back to green. Guy who used to come here with his father and grandfather as a kid leads this race.
Those far up 5 spots already on this restart. Josh Berry getting by. 17 pusher.
Hocevar backwards down the front stretch. Looked like there was contact with Zilich.
Just when it was going.
Joey Logano, Austin Dillon.
So well, it's gone so wrong.
And that's kind of what happens. You know, you do everything right, you get your track position, and then a little bit of a hiccup gets you back in traffic. I had mentioned 77. Oh yeah, broken toe leg.
I think they come to you now.
Stalled on his pit stop is kind of how he lost his track position. Some broken steering in the front, or something in the front is broken. Jeff.
Seen the 77 be real aggressive, running very high, especially on restarts. Right here, Zilich. 77 made contact. Not sure if there was contact with the 6 car also.
It's hard from that angle to see who changed lanes. You almost have to look up the straightaway to see who's not keeping straight.
There's a touch there, yeah.
It's like there was a little bit of a bang, and then the 77 swerved. I don't know, on purpose, reaction to the contact, or just got a little bit of a tank slap going. Here we go. Let's see what this looks like on board.
Right along with Brad.
Two outside, in his middle.
I don't think any contact from the 6.
Clear.
It was really odd looking because Hocevar, there was a little bit of contact early.
Here we go.
88 right there. Right now, Hocevar's got it going straight, and then it just hangs a left.
It hangs a left, or he hung a left, but either way, the result is a wreck 77.
And this is exactly what there's the view of the Hunt Brothers Pizza on board of Joey Logano, who got caught up in it as well. And he had Austin Dillon right behind him. Here's the view, the Brez tree on board from Dillon. There's Joey to the right, boom.
So someone got the 3, who then got the 22. Wreck back from front and front to back.
Okay, this is Connor Zilich. Have a listen.
This is 3 races in a row for that 77 car.
Nightmare situation, Jeff. He has gone a lap down in 32nd position. Let's get this going again. We've got a big chunk of stage 2 to go. Ryan Preece leads the field. Fellow Ford driver right behind him in Josh Berry. Fellow Ford driver in Zane Smith on his outside right behind now. And yes, you're seeing a new race leader in Ryan Blaney, the defending winner here in Loudon. Check this out.
It looked like Josh Berry got into the corner. Everything looked good, and then he just had to chase the car up the racetrack, and Blaney's car's been rolling the bottom really well and just took complete advantage of it. It's a little bit of a mistake from Berry, and then he's like, hey, I know you're quicker. I'm not going to drive into turn 3 on you. You know, there's only 15 cars in the lead lap.
3 laps to go in this stage.
strategies in stage one was really big for Preece and Buscher. They've got that track position, but they've done a really good job of keeping it.
Yeah, stayed out, right? They didn't pit at the end of stage one. They had come with 20 or 30 laps to go on the stage. It's a good point, Jeff, because now they've kept it.
It's one thing to put me in position, Steve, and I got to find a way to keep it.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, Steve. The big picture for Ryan Preece and RFK is to make it into the chase, and they have trimmed that 50-point deficit to Shane Van Gisbergen to 31. There's just one lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank in this second stage. Ryan Blaney, 2 seconds over Josh Berry, and then another 3 seconds back to Bubba Wallace.
SVG has caught these two cars in front of him, and he cannot find a way around him, and that has allowed Blaney to run it down.
That's Daniel Suarez that he's able to clear, and he'll be able to stay ahead of Ryan Blaney. And on that lead lap, Blaney wins stage 2 and notches up another one, which is huge points wise. That's his 7th win for the New Englander. Racing at home, he's got his boss and his teammate Brad Keselowski right with him, and his other teammate Chris Buscher. Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Away we go. Wallace, Berry diving into turn 1. Look at Josh.
Bell jumped out of line back there on the 3rd row. Really wraps the bottom. If he can get the power down, it'll be a big gain. Yeah, it's a big move for Bell. Passes an entire row as the front are still side by side.
Look at that down the back straight. Bubba Wallace got a great drive off turn 2 and into 3. They're side by side. Berry is determined to keep this lead. Bubba around the outside.
Preece with a big run from behind.
Berry back to the front. Larson's looking at that 60, but he's going to have to look at his rearview mirror as well because Christopher Bell's on a move.
Berry just overdrove the entry into 1. Left the bottom open for the 23 of Bubba, and Bubba just could not take advantage of it on the exit of turn 2.
Wow, Tyler Reddick dives on the inside down into turn 3 in that 45. They're 3 wide, mid-corner. What a great couple of restart laps. Big moves, great driving. These two have found each other numerous times this year. I'm talking about Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson. And here they are again, the yellow and blue Camry, the Zep machine of Chase Briscoe. He's flying around the outside in 9th at the moment. He goes door to door into 3 with Reddick.
Oh, the 17 of Buscher's trying to get that 19 up out of the groove. And he's able to do it. You know, corner exit.
I agree. I think that extra horsepower really helps. Oh, contact! The 12 into the back of the 11.
This is going to be fun to watch. What a view on board with Briscoe. Love to know what he's thinking.
Hamlin letting him know. I'm not happy with that.
Caution's out. What's it for? And it's the 77 of Hocevar. What's happened?
We saw the 4 of Noah Gragson racing hard to be the first car 1 lap down. It appears he did get that done.
And think about the gamble for the free pass, the cars we just mentioned. Joey Logano continues to fight back on the lead lap. Stenhouse after damage in the wall. Bowman and Jones. Gambles paid off. They all get a lap back.
Great call by Mike Kelly on that 47 with the damage to get back in the lead lap.
Find out what happened to Carson Hocevar.
Just loose. The last 3 weeks have been eventful for this team.
Yeah.
I know that it's a success making the chase, but you really want to enter that chase with some positive momentum. This was that contact. This is actually the 2nd time Blaney got into the back of Hamlin. I saw it a few laps ago. Hamlin, door to door. Hey, buddy, don't appreciate that. But then Blaney right here cuts him some slack. Like, Blaney could have shifted down in there, run the 11 up the racetrack. He says, hey, man, I got into you.
We're ready to get back to it here. Josh Berry is in a pretty special space at the moment. He has never been in the top 5 this many laps in a race in his Cup career. And he's led the most laps this race. And he leads the field, but here comes Wallace. Wallace on the inside. Keselowski's in the mix. Gibbs is there. Ryan Preece, the 60 that runs third. Reddick makes a big move on the inside of Keselowski down into 3.
Oh, man. Tight racing between the 21 and the 23. Barry got a great restart, but Bubba Wallace is battling back.
Ford versus Toyota. Back into turn 1. Wallace at the front.
He was, and he told his crew it fired off really well, so it was kind of ironic that Bubba passed him on the restart. But remember that tense conversation the driver and crew chief of the 21 had? It was about you are better longer in the run. Steve talked about a good long run company right now, and you could see him right there. He's testing Bubba Wallace. He's getting closer as the laps add.
Great. Sorry, I was going to say it's great information, and I was comparing to the 12. It's like a new player now to the 23. I'm not sure he knows, or even I know, what the 23 is going to look like into this long run.
As Blaney executes that move on Tyler Reddick. Remember, the defending race winner restarted. Oh, contact between Berry and Wallace. Josh Berry is fired up today on the radio and behind the wheel.
Let's see if there's payback. He's close enough to if he wants to.
That was
Berry went to the apron. He was playing full defense, knowing contact was coming.
And here comes Bubba. He says, okay, I can play like that too if you like. And in the background is Ryan Preece. All 3 of these cars on the same strategy. Last pitted lap 189 for 4 tires. And again, almost contact between Berry and Wallace. And Preece has a front row view of this.
Costing Josh Berry a position.
Oh, and in the wall is Riley Herbst. Caution is out. That is nasty.
Big hit by Zilich.
Zilich could not get slowed down. He had front tires locked up trying to avoid it.
This is down in between turns 3 and 4. That's Connor Zilich. Wrong place, wrong time.
Safety personnel got there. AMR safety team got there as quickly as I've seen. I mean, they rolled fast to get to this 35 car Riley Herbst.
Man, a lot of damage on that 35.
Yeah.
Whew, that lead was...
See the wind in that down.
There's Michael McDowell in the 71 Delaware Life car. They're fighting over position there.
That is a huge hit. Impacts at this racetrack are always big, and that's, gosh. McDowell drives in the corner. Actually, it feels like Herbst comes down on him. Gosh, look at that, Steve.
That is a big, big hit. Yeah, contact early in the corner, and then the 71 up the track, definitely into the 35. And then here comes the 88, very late, but the front tires are locked up. I'm not sure what happened to the 88. Whether he didn't see it, got the front tires locked up. Pit road may remain closed now that we have the 88 on the apron. One of the later impacts. Not sure exactly what information the 88 had.
That was the view from Austin Dillon.
I just wonder if Zilich is on the straight, right? And he can't see it happening just from the angle that he is. You know, they were kind of high when they entered the corner, so he just wasn't able to see it.
Riley climbs out.
Boy, that was a thunderous hit.
See right here, corner entry, Herbst looks like he's trying to get to the second or third lane, and McDowell is not expecting him to be there. Now they're kind of both out of control.
There is the impact, and we've got another angle to show you. Have a look and have a listen to how nasty this was for Riley Herbst. And he's had one of his best days of the year. Ryan Blaney at the front trying to defend his win, and look who's going with him. His teammates in the mix there. Wallace pushes through on the inside. Blaney, Briscoe, they're all there. Zane Smith and Joey Logano stretch their legs down the back straight. 70 laps to go from here. Will we have the story of who took 2 and who took 4 on that last stop? Is that going to be the story of the day?
Start to see some shadows from the cars. The sun has poked through the clouds. I don't know if that'll change the handling.
Oh, the 21 lunge into turn 1.
We're going to go 3 wide, and Berry's going to be laughing if he can pull that one off.
He does not have time to mess around. He's got to go.
Did he get at least one? He got Larson. Locks up. He locks up a little bit going into 3.
Oh, the wheel's off. The 24 has lost the left side wheel. I'm assuming that's off the 24 since he's backwards. I'm guessing left rear by the angle in which that car is laying.
It's the left rear from a long time ago, Rudy Fugle just said. And William coming to green, said something does not feel right. I don't know what's going on, but something does not feel right. Clearly it was the left rear tire.
Just started on the front row. Last on pit road at 227, but remember, they only changed 2 tires. They hadn't changed 4 tires in quite some time.
Add that to the list of crazy things that have happened today. Show you again what happened to the 24 of William Byron. Lead car in this shot.
You see it smoking already, getting down in the corner, and right here, he knows he has a problem, but there's nothing he can do. And there it goes. That is a helpless thing for a driver. There's absolutely nothing he can do.
View from Ty Gibbs. Christopher Bell's view. Of a year ago, great point. Marty, lights are off on the Toyota Camry XSE, back into the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Blaney, Briscoe at the front. They've been turning it on. Wallace is right there. Ryan Preece. Christopher Bell jumps to the inside. Look at that 20. Trying to get through on the inside of Preece and then just ease back a little bit. Zane Smith, Josh Berry.
Briscoe side by side with Blaney. Briscoe ranks first in restarts this year.
Down the inside, driving it hard into turn 3. Briscoe and Blaney door to door. This is good stuff from these guys. Preece and Wallace, Bell and Smith. Already big lockup from Josh Berry into turn 1.
Blaney's going to clear Briscoe right here. Oh, no, he's not.
Ford versus Toyota in the first 4 positions. This is good stuff. Late in the race in this Dollar Tree 301. 60 laps to go.
I thought Blaney had Briscoe beaten a lap ago right here. But that 19 car with really good grip on the exit of 2.
How about Noah Gragson having a terrific run in the top 10? Talk about those front row motorsports Fords. Now Blaney clearly ahead of Briscoe. These guys are great mates. On track, they're competitors for 2 rival teams. Oh, and a big lockup from Bubba Wallace.
That was it. That was the mistake he just couldn't make if he thought he had a chance to win the race. The left front lockup was going to cost him 0.3 of a second, perhaps.
Meanwhile, there's 2 laps to go for Ryan Blaney to defend his win of a year ago. What a comeback from 14th place. A hiccup on pit road. This most recent stop, a 2-tire call versus Bubba Wallace's 4-tire call. What a drive from Blaney. Hocevar stays out of the way, lets the race leader go by. Bubba throws everything he's got at him again. Time may beat him. From here, there is 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Ryan Blaney, Bubba Wallace, Team Penske 23-11. And in almost a carbon copy of a year ago, where Ryan Blaney led 116 laps, When he sees the checkered flag, he will have led 115 laps this year. It'll be his third win on the season, and back-to-back here in New Hampshire, Ryan Blaney victorious. What a drive for the team.
Great job, guys. Great job. Appreciate the fast car all weekend. Thanks for sticking in there. Good call, Jonathan. Congratulations, guys. Been 2 in a row. That's awesome.
The 12 teams celebrate. The Menards Ford is going to victory lane. So put Phoenix, Atlanta, and Loudon on the win list for Ryan Blaney.
Impressive performance. A poor pit stop perhaps was going to derail the 12's effort today, but not so. All the way back to 14th, but between, as you mentioned it, a level-headed driver and a crew chief that believed in his team, took 2 tires, cycled his driver back to the front, and then what a miraculous drive. A fast car, but his decisions in traffic, quite outstanding. Never really got himself in a really bad spot to lose that big chunk of time he couldn't afford to lose.
Especially when he saw Wallace looming in the mirror. Quick reminder, progressive post-race show coming up. Stick around. We'll have plenty to come, plenty of reaction.